Chair recognizes Mr. Lopez of Bear.
Thank you, Speaker. Members, this is a temporary guest worker program. Let me tell you real quickly what it is not. It is not an intent to create a pathway to citizenship. It does.
Texas, please listen to me. Do not do what Canada did. Do not do this. Ladies and gents, welcome back. My name's Clyde. Welcome to the show. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. But let's get into this story. Today, I'm actually addressing Texans. Texas, listen to this story. Please heed my warnings here. This is an attempt to bring in a Trojan horse. This is really a Trojan horse. We've experienced this here in Canada. Let me run this down for you. We're gonna go all over the place here, but it ends up here with the UN report highlighting concerns with modern slavery in Canada. Yeah, that's right. The path to hell, the road to hell is paved with great intentions. Well, this is what the scene was in the Texas legislature, where they were trying to bring forward a temporary foreign worker program. We'll walk through this a little bit, but then let's get into what happens when this is really implemented, actually.
Chair recognizes Mr. Lopez of Bear.
Thank you, Speaker. Members, this is a temporary guest worker program. Let me tell you real quickly what it is not. It is not an intent to create a pathway to citizenship. It doesn't expand illegal immigration. It doesn't do any of that stuff. What it does, with federal approval, is simply allows Texas to partner with established lawful temporary work to establish a temporary guest worker program existing non-immigrant visa rules.
Mr. Olcott, for what purpose?
And of course, there are some objections immediately, which are very founded.
Yes, would the gentleman yield for a question?
Absolutely.
Gentleman yields for questions.
Representative Lopez, since January of 2021, we've had over 5 million illegal boarding crossings into our state, not including gotaways. Why are we trying to pass a program that would bring even more immigration in our state, especially considering the H-2A agricultural visas are uncapped?
Well, there's several reasons that we should be doing it. The primary reason that I'm bringing it forward is because I've gotten a lot of encouragement from chambers of commerce, from different labor organizations, from different service organizations that say they desperately need workers.
So hire Americans. Now, here's the thing that I really want to go over this, because I did recently have a trip to Texas, and I was astonished. I was astonished because, America, it looks like Texas in particular in America, has not been plagued with what has been going on here in Canada. And it's largely because they have not yet done this. And this is an important message here for Texans that are looking at this. I did a recent video because I just went to a Buc-ee's and saw the sign there, and so they pay how much? And this video did pretty well, but it was really what wages look like without mass immigration. And this is the reality of the situation. They're trying to create a pathway to citizenship. They say that it's not the thing, but this is exactly what is happening in Canada, even though they said it's not the thing. The word temporary means nothing. Guest worker means absolutely nothing to the people who are coming over and the legal entities that are helping them along. Believe me, once they're in, it's not going to be easy to just say, sorry, we ran out of work for you. That's not how it works. Now, in Canada, there's a famous place called Tim Hortons. It's a franchise for coffee and donuts. It's like your Dunkin' Donuts kind of thing, but very Canadian. And it's become a problem, or a very noticeable issue here in Canada, that they seem to only hire outside people. They don't hire Canadians anymore. This one worker got fired for bringing this up. She got fired after 4 years just because she called out management for only hiring Indians. So I'm exposing everything they make us hide. This went viral. This is a big thing, but you know, Tim Hortons got the rep of being called Sing Hortons. It's really the thing. Now, it's not just that company. It's the entire service sector in Canada. That one really gets the bad rap because, of course, well, it's supposed to be a Canadian icon. Of course, here's Lauren Southern with her famous tweet here saying, "I love Indian food," posing with a cup of Tim Hortons coffee. But the reality of the situation is this is what they've been doing. Now, in America, it's a totally different story, especially under Donald Trump, when he got rid of a lot of the illegal immigrants that have been working at a lot of the, you know, service jobs or in construction. Now, there was a video that went viral recently. It was this man who had a hard time trying to find work because, I don't know, he had, you know, criminal past in his record, all this stuff. But as soon as Donald Trump came in, got rid of the illegals on the job sites, he was hired on the spot.
Got hired on the spot. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Mr. Trump. If it wasn't for the move that you did make for the immigrants, and I'm not talking about the good people, I wouldn't have a job right now. Mr. President, I've been working all day, Mr. President. I just got off, Mr. President. I got a job for Monday, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, let me tell you, man, I walked in today on a construction site. Hired me on the spot.
Hired on the spot. That's a big difference between, you know, the way it's been and the way it is now. This is great. And it's a great pathway for people who have had maybe a rough past in their life to get a job, get going, get into society, get, you know, integrated with everything back again. And this is how we move forward. That's fantastic, but that's not available when we have a situation like what's happening in Canada. And this is why I'm heeding this warning. Now, for Texans, I'm a dual citizen of the United States, and I had planned to move to Texas, so I'm hoping that this doesn't happen there either. I don't want to bring Canada with me, and I don't want you to bring Canada in spite of that. Now, this is a video that's been going viral. Canadian business owner drops bombshell. Government pays him to hire migrants all over locals. Convenience store owner. So this is a bit of a misnomer. I actually know this guy. I think he was taken out of context, but he's explaining the what goes on in Canada with the labor market.
The kids today they're struggling. The 20-year-olds, there's no jobs for them out there.
Who gets all the jobs?
The migrants. The companies get to hire the migrants. When they hire them, they pay them less. Okay, and also they could get kickbacks from the government. I own a convenience store, for instance. I hire you, you're from India. Then I get an MLR9, I get to hire you and...
What's he talking about, that acronym? So let's get into that. It's called an LMIA. Steakman 911. I love X with the names. Thanks for this one. It says, here's a map of all the companies in Calgary that take advantage of this and end up precluding Canadian citizens of a job. This is just one city in the nation's program. So look at all this. All these are jobs that Canadians could fill, and there's, you know, massive. I think it's like 15% unemployment rate amongst youth in Canada. Well, who's filling these jobs? Well, temporary foreign workers. That's right, temporary foreign workers. What's an LMIA? It's called a labor market impact assessment. Believe me, Texas, if you do this, this is the kind of thing that will come about. You'll have these systems in order to make your job eligible for foreigners. It's a document that Canadian employers may need to get before hiring a foreign worker. Typically, you have to get this. It's a process to determine if there are no qualified Canadian citizens or permanent residents available for the specific job, ensuring that hiring a foreign worker doesn't negatively impact the Canadian labor market. Now, of course, is everyone gonna be lawfully doing this? No, people are gonna be scamming. People are gonna say like, oh no, I can't find anybody. I searched all over the place. Meanwhile, 15% youth unemployment in Canada. It's crazy. But they say, no, we couldn't find anybody. Well, did you raise the wages? Now, here's the thing. When I went to Texas, I spoke with some of these people. We went to an In-N-Out burger. There was a sign on the wall that said $18.50 to start, $22 an hour after so much training. We asked the young lady that was there, an American young lady, and asked her, do you like your job? It sounds like they're paying you pretty well. She was ecstatic. She loved it. She was stoked. She was absolutely happy. Young lady, moving forward with her life and starting off in good hands. That's the thing. Now, a little while ago on the channel, I had a guest named Darshan Maharaja. He's fantastic. He's been working very hard in this. Here's his Twitter, for example. He's a Canadian, Indian-born Canadian who's been here for a very long time and has been seeing what's been going on, has been railing against it. He's an independent journalist. Now, I had him on for a video. It was a very long podcast, so I'll leave a link in the description for everyone to watch this. But we went over this scam that it was just under the table. People didn't even know about this only a year ago, and now it's blown up. And this is the kind of thing that you don't want to see in Canada. Now, when he's talking about in this legislature that this is not a pathway to citizenship, this is absolutely BS. Absolute BS, because that is exactly what this is. And even in Canada, when they say temporary foreign worker, there's nothing temporary about it. It's like Milton Friedman said, there's nothing more permanent than a government temporary solution. And this is the reality of it. Go to a Tim Hortons. I'm not kidding. They're advertising this on YouTube. This is what they're saying. You may not understand all the words, but you might get the gist of it.
PR ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 3.5 years ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ almost 50 ਜਾਂ 60 PR ਇੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਇਆ.
Yeah, you probably didn't quite catch that. I guess I'm used to hearing it because I have to make orders at anywhere that serves anything in Canada. But what is he saying? Well, you read it in the thumbnail. I gave PR, permanent residence, to 40 to 50 students out of a Tim Hortons. This is the reality of the situation. This is a mill. It's an immigration mill through the using entry-level positions in Canada to drive people through. Now, what's happening and why is the UN saying that this is a concern with modern slavery? Well, a lot of these places, they're doing it to get cheap labor. And of course, Canada's going through a housing crisis. So what are they doing? They're getting properties and they're stuffing 5-6 people in a room in a 5-bedroom house, and you've got all these bodies in a house. It's become fire hazards, become all these issues. And not only that, they're actually selling the LMIAs. I'm not kidding. Black market, selling these labor impact assessments and telling people you have to purchase this. So they're coming in from India, purchasing this with their life savings, and they end up indentured servants trying to pay this all off. So again, my message to Texas, please don't go down this path. This is not something that you really, this is not a can of worms you want to open. Learn from the lessons of Canada. We have done this in Canada. And for all my Canadian friends out there, if you don't know about this story, you need to be shouting this one from the hilltops. This is something we've been moving the dial. We started bringing this up with Darshan on the channel. And it's gone as far as, the liberal government, who doesn't want to move on stuff like this, has actually been moving because of public outcry. So here I am. Heed my warning. And I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Leave a comment down there and let me know what you think. And of course, we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.